All right. I do want to finish getting this team set up here, and we still have a lot to do, so let's keep going. Hunter McCown. No notes, Hunter. You're doing great. Don't worry. You're doing great. Player type's good, all that stuff. Noel Gunler. Again, if you were not willing to change to a grinder because we know your shot pass isn't high enough. Honestly, you could argue power forward as well. How many goals did he score last year? 15 and 20? His shot did actually improve a decent amount. You keep demanding, just tell him to shoot every offset. I just don't think it'll make up the ground that it needs to make up. Gunler, are you willing to be a power forward to make the most of your physicality? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Cameron Butler, listed as a grinder. No notes. You're good to go, buddy. Ryder Ritchie. I mean, playmaker, dude. Passing's your best aspect. Like, your shot's not bad, but... And then you're definitely not a center. How many times have you succeeded in changing play styles? Once. Once. Ryder, are you willing to be a playmaker? I feel like my puck handling is at the level it needs to be. Yeah, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Kasper Pikkarainen. Listed as a playmaker, which no. His defensive awareness is decent. Good shot power, but not much else. Is Michkov rated high in the game? Not super highly, but he's not that bad. If he keeps playing the way he has, he's going to be fine. Oh, goodness. I am a little bit disappointed in a lot of these younger guys that just aren't going to work out too well for me. Is he an 82 by default? I thought he was only a 78. Guess I was wrong. Justin Poirier. I mean, Sniper's okay. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Mr. Precision. Listed as a two-way. I mean, the shooting is his best attribute right now. Ethan, are you willing to switch to a sniper to try to make the most of the shooting that you have? Nope. Now, I know, of course, it shows like essentially the star rating and everything, but I'd still like to see these guys switch. Please. Please. All right. This is looking rough so far. Caden Lindstrom. Yeah, we had him at left wing center. We were keeping him as a power forward, maybe. There was talks of two-way off-season. We had him... I mean, again, like, that 94 defensive awareness, he could be an ungodly center. He really could be. Like, the shot's not bad. The passing isn't bad. Caden, are you willing to be a two-way? Not that I'm going to cut you if you're not, but... The higher a player's overall rating and defensive attributes will factor into a player's willingness to change. Higher the overall rating and shooting attributes. So again, like, it shows you how good he is at certain things. And then obviously if you want to make him a playmaker, the puck skills will matter the most. And like, the willingness to change. They can still change, but the higher the attribute is in that regard, the more likely it makes it. Is Caden willing to be a two-way? Yes. Okay, he's at least going to try. So we're going to go long-term, 2 months, to try to make him a two-way. No guarantees he'll still take that on, but he's going to try. Thank God. Thank you, Caden, for listening to Reason. In terms of what we're looking for you to do this year, I think we put him at center and try to get quick draw. Right? I mean, well, maybe. Fuck, as you consider who we might have at center. If we move him, we definitely have to swap Fantilli. 40 assists, though, with third eye. 40 assists might be possible. Let's try third eye for Caden Lindstrom, because that would still be a great thing for him to have as a center if we do eventually move him over there. Frondell. Again, had him as a two-way. That's perfectly fine as well. We're going to have a pretty defensively responsible team, clearly. Had him working on his skating in the offseason. Season goal for Anton. He's not going to succeed in any of those. We look at the long term. He's probably not going to win an award challenge either. So stat challenge. 20 goals? 30 assists? 30 assists might be possible. Let's try 30 assists for Frondell, because he's probably going to be a third liner, but he's going to have power play time too. So that's looking okay. And then in the system, Philman. Again, playmaker, sniper with the physicality. We're talking power forward. We need him to make more of his offensive abilities. So Josh, please be willing to become a power forward. See you later, Josh. That sucks. That sucks. Okay. Centers, Kent Johnson. I no doubt playmaker works for him, sniper works for him, but we do know he's better at passing the puck, although he's really not that bad of a sniper. I don't think we need to change him over to a winger full time or anything, so I think it's just setting up his goal for the season, which will be definitely aiming to develop an X factor further. Third eye, 60 assists. That is the goal for Kent Johnson. Sean Monahan, who has... Dude, he freaking developed quick pick in the offseason, too. He is just a beast. Two-way is definitely the best way for him to go. And then in terms of the season goal, is there an ability that you could develop? 1T, 30 goals, 3 hat tricks, 40 assists, quick draw. 1,000 face-off wins to get gold, quick draw. Let's try it. I don't know. We'll try that. It could have gone for the Selkie, but I do wonder if we can get him 1,000 face-offs. 1,000 face-off wins, that is. I mean, last year he only won 508. That's probably not going to happen unless I actively make sure he's in like every line possible. We'll see. We'll see. That goal is probably not going to happen. Maybe we should have targeted Selkie. Adam Fantilli. We need to potentially develop him as a left wing. Power forward is still fine. Could be playmaker, could be sniper, but he's got the physicality. I need him to be willing to play left wing. Just for versatility's sake. Oh, thank God. Okay, so Fantilli is willing to try to develop as a left wing, which is great. And then season goal for him. What can we get on the X Factor front? 15 power play goals, 30 goals, 3 hat tricks, 40 assists. You can try 40 assists. Somebody's got to get it, right? Somebody's got to figure it out. Luca Del Bel Blues. Of course, we're trying to develop him even further as a sniper after what he accomplished last year. He's already got center left wing, which is good. So the only thing to do now is just to set him up for a goal for the year. I think 30 goals is possible. 3 hat tricks you definitely think is possible. If he plays like he did last year, 30 goals is possible. So that is the target for Del Bell Blues. Cole Sillinger. Listed as a two-way still, which is perfectly fine. We're not really going to have any goals for him either. I mean, maybe like a shot block one. Like, might as well just do it for the sake of being thorough, right? So, stat challenge. Yeah, 50% face-off percent. We can do that. That's fine. Try to get him to boost up his face-offs even more. I mean, the 3 hat tricks for Luka, yes, but man, that's so unlikely overall. And then Svechkov. 2-way is perfectly fine. 2-way is perfectly fine. He is probably going to play the wing this year as opposed to center. Just give him the goal of staying on the NHL roster. That should be easy enough. All right, and then in the system, a couple other guys that are in a toss-up spot right now. Ponomarev, listed as a playmaker, which is totally fair. That is totally fair for him. We need to try to get him to switch to the wing because he is not the best centerman. All right, he's not willing to try. That's probably him done here then. Which means a decent amount of the AHL could be subbed out this year. Savoie was listed as a playmaker, which is fine. Honestly, his faceoffs are okay. 75 plus. You could argue try to get him to slightly develop as a right wing. Honestly, yeah. So Savoie is going to be staying. But I do want to see if I can get him to move. There is a chance, like, yeah. So because they're lower overall, they might be less likely to move, but the problem is I still need them to move over if they're going to succeed the way I need them to succeed. Oiva Keskinen was listed as a 2-way, which was totally fine. There was a slight argument potentially for sniper. I need him to try to develop as a left wing because his face-off ability is not amazing. And he said no to that, which is a bit unfortunate. Malatesta was listed as a playmaker, which obviously wasn't great. I mean, this guy's a grinder. And if he's not willing to become a grinder, then he is out. Playstyle. Grinder. And he said no. Okay. So I'm not against moving out some of these guys where they still have high value and bringing in veterans to just fill the roles. Luca Pinelli was listed as a playmaker, which is fair. You could again make it. I think sniper. He's got that shot power. He's got that shot power. Luca, I need you to try to be a sniper here, buddy. That's best for your future. Hey, okay, he's willing to try. Let's go, Luca. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, buddy. Let's go. See if we can also get you to add left wing. Okay, he's not willing to go to left wing, which isn't the end-all, be-all. But he is at least willing to try. So, not bad, Luca. And then Max McHugh, listed as a 2-way again. He was one where he's probably a long shot anyway, but we got to try to get this guy to switch to a sniper. And he said no. Okay. So there were a couple of guys that are willing to try something different, thankfully. Which is nice. Let's see, York. Edwin York. I mean, him as a sniper was fine. Him as a center, not as ideal. Let's sign Edwin York to his ELC. And then we will immediately talk to him and try to get him to develop left wing. If he says no, it's not the end of the world. But this guy is going to get a chance to be on the AHL roster because of the amount of people that are about to go. No left wing for York. We got time to develop him at least. And then nobody else worth signing there. In the system, left wings. Not much going on there. We also look at unsigned on the right wing side. Mr. Flugens. Problem is, okay, where he was playing. Okay, so we have a general idea now. Again, some other trades are about to go down here of players that I just cannot help. Like, you can lead them to water, but you can't make them drink, right? And that's kind of what we're looking at here. So I'd rather cash out on them now rather than developing them and realizing they're not going to be able to reach their full potential. Unfortunately, Jordan DeMay is the first one on that list. A third and a seventh. We are going to be looking for draft picks as opposed to players. And we'll see. And yeah, third round pick is about the best we can do. We'll send him out west, by the way. Let's go Winnipeg for Jordan DeMay. Sorry, Jordan, but it just was not meant to be. And we will call up Mr. McCown to fill that roster spot for the moment. We also had Blake on the right wing side. No trades found. Okay. Well, we'll know that we're not really focusing on him then. Noel Gunler. I might just have to package these guys together. Ryder Ritchie, I might get in trouble for immediately trading you, but fourth rounder looks to be the deal. Send you off to Edmonton so I don't have to deal with you. I did get in trouble for flipping Ritchie, but whatever. Not worried about it. Not worried about it. Right wing side, Pikarainen. Fourth rounder is the going rate. Send you to Edmonton. And I might continue to get in trouble. We'll see what happens. Not worried. Deal with the consequences if they come. Why not? We love extra challenges. Precision. Gonna have to start dealing people to the east. So let's send you to Carolina. Get in trouble for signing and immediately flipping all of these guys. It's great. Philman. He was a left wing, wasn't he? Yeah. Shame, Philman. You could really be something. And then at center, Panomarev. No deals found. Keskinen. What do we get for Keskinen? Fifth rounders. Send you out to Toronto. Malatesta and McHugh are the last two. Like I said, we'll bring in some veterans to just make the AHL a really good roster to help out the guys that are there that we actually care about. So Malatesta, 2/4 from Anaheim. Fourth rounders might be the best we can get. Third round pick from the Oilers. Third round pick from the Oilers. We're going to own the vast majority of Edmonton's draft picks, but James Malatesta out to Edmonton. And the last guy, Max McHugh. I can't imagine there's a trade for him because he's not going to have that much value. I was wrong. Barclay Goodrow, apparently. So San Jose, let's talk because I got a couple of guys. Never mind. You don't have enough roster spots. Tampa, you need roster spots badly or contracts. So does Vancouver. Vancouver's perfect, being a Western Conference team. So right wing side, we need Blake. We need Gunler. We need Philman. And we need Panomarev. I just want you guys gone, basically. Don't want you here. You're not willing to play ball, then get the hell out. I don't know if we can get a second round pick next year. Okay, well, we're actually going to be able to get a pretty good return from Vancouver for these guys. Second and a third. Even more than that. What about a couple of fourths? 2, 3, 4. All right, 2 and 3 for McHugh, Blake, Gundler, Philman, and Ponomarev. Get the hell out, boys. You're not willing to play ball. You're not playing ball for my team. Get out. Get out and get out. So that leaves us with... Actually, we'll be able to go over to the roster moves page for this one. I'm going to be ruthless this year, man. It's going to be fun. So we know that we have Zellweger. We have 4 AHL defenders. So we're going to need about 4 more. And a 7th defenseman for the NHL. Marchenko, Brindley, Dome, McCown, and Medvedov. We know that Medvedov isn't going to make the NHL roster. McCown might. Actually, I don't have the skater limit here, apparently. Just because of some of the people that we got rid of. Okay. Well, for the forwards, then, we are going to have Kent Johnson as our number 1 center. Yet again. Which is fine. Oof. How are we going to do this? Because Monahan really should be playing center. Okay, so maybe we go Kent Johnson as left wing 1, Monahan as his center, and then Lindstrom and Fantilli on the second line together, which technically right now they're both power forwards, but whatever. And then we have Marchenko and Brindley again. Frondell, third line left wing. Which works for me. And a bunch of depth forwards. Ooh, what do we want to do for Del Bel Belouz? Monahan jumping up has kind of put Del Bel Belouz into a weird spot. I could just avoid playing Monahan on that higher role that he deserves, and honestly, that's probably what we'll do. Yeah, I think I know what I want to do. I think I want to keep that top 6 together as we had it last year, even if it's detrimental to Monahan. Even if it's detrimental to Monahan. So we can keep Sillinger as a 4th line center. Svechkov on the left. Josh Doan can be 3rd line right wing now. Keep Hunter McCown on the 4th line. Medvedov will go down. And we'll need a healthy scratch there. So that leaves us with 6. So we're going to need about 8 AHL forwards. But that should work. Should. So let's go to free agency then. There we go. Still trying to remember where some of the things are now. So we'll look at UFAs. I need 4 defensemen. I mean, Matt Kessel is kind of perfect for the year. Have him as the 7th defenseman. All right, so we got Matt Kessel. Then I need about 4 more defenders, of which there's a crap load of them it could be. Parker Wotherspoon was here last year, so there might be some built-in chemistry. So was Connor Carrick. Anybody else? Jet Wu. Got to go for Jet Wu. And we can go for Brendan Smith. That veteran leadership in there from old Brendan Smith. Okay, and then forwards. Depth forward this year. Well, we'll go for the Finn. Why not? Go for old Samporanta. And then I need like 8 more dudes. So honestly, Yegor Sokolov. That is 1. Janssen Falby. Will be 2. Logan Shaw. Number 3. Number 3. Aiden McDonough will be the 4th. Jesse Puljärvi, number 5. I'll go for big ass Curtis Douglas as number 6. Ozzy. Actually, we'll use the old Ozzy as our cap whale here. Give him about $10 million for the year. And then last but not least, Kapari, Karlstrom. Kivy. There you go. Kivy's back. It's got to be totally Spanish. When could it not be? So all we need now is the Zellweger deal to go through. And we're looking okay. And can actually set up our team for this year. Trenton Schwartz, what's going on? Is this going to be our... Yeah, we have a fantastic opportunity to shape this team the way that we want to. Preseason Meg, I know he isn't. It's a long-standing joke. Honestly, could go goalie focus again just to keep making the goalies that much better. Because again, everything else has a trade-off. Goalie focus doesn't. It just boosts everything. So, there you go. Goalie focus. Let's just keep making Elvis that much better. All right, where's Zellweger here? There we go. All right, so let's see then what our team's going to look like this season. So, Merzlikins, Graves, Lalonde. Werenski, Bouchard, Yarosek, Severson, Nazco. Wait, did he reject? Did I look at that the wrong way? There's no way he rejected, right? Holy shit, I read it too fast. Oh, he's still waiting. Sir, just take the fucking offer. Thank you. What are we doing here? Uh-oh. It keeps saying that he's accepted, but it's not showing him on my roster. Have we discovered that first big glitch? Uh-oh. Like, unless I'm blind, he's saying that he's accepting the deal. Yet it is not showing him on the roster. Oh boy. He's still showing up as an RFA. Uh-huh. That would be highly unfortunate. Let's, unless I'm blind, but I swear it was showing up as him saying he accepts. Oh, it's not showing up with me having cap space anymore. But I do have cap space. I intentionally didn't sign Nathan. Oh, no. Hold on. Oh, cool. It bumped Nathan Walker up to 19 million instead of the 10 that I offered him. Well, you saw that I offered him 10. It's showing him as having 19 million. Yet now when I do this, it's showing a shitload of cap space. Obviously, once we trade him. Okay. Well, let me see if I can retain salary on Nathan Walker for this season. And then I'm going to have to give up draft picks to actually try to flip him so that I can sign Olin Zellweger. Who has the cap to be able to afford him? Calgary. Literally just give me a future 7th. Okay, how many picks do I now have to add to get this to go through? Skaters matching block. Oh, boy. Well, I have found... Okay, 2/4, whatever. There we go. Nathan Walker, have fun. I get in trouble for immediately flipping him again. So that might cost me. But then we go to Olin Zellweger. Again, we'll try to sign you again. Now that it's showing that I have the money. Whoops, way too far. Probably go 4.5 for 4 years. I still have to wait for him to sign this damn deal. And he rejects. Oh, what a mess this is, huh? What a mess this is. Meg, I know it's been a glitch for a while. That's why I didn't mention it. Okay. About 5 mil for 4 years. I mean, in theory, you should be worth that. Okay. Running into a few more issues than expected. Okay. Now he has accepted. And he should be here. And he is. Okay. So, note to self, I should have just signed him first, apparently. But we did get it done. Medvedev needs to go down. Shout out to Mark on the 6 months. Good. 6 months. Oh. It said 6 months. There we go. I can't do math. Mark, thank you. Welcome back. How the heck are you? Bump up Samporanta. Okay. So, the team this year, after all of that nonsense, is going to be Lindstrom, Johnson, Marchenko on a +5. Del Bell-Belouz, Fantilli, and Brinley. Frondell, Monahan, Doan, Svechkov, Sillinger, and, of course, our man, Hunter McCown. Pretty much what we ran last year, except Josh Doan is now in at third line right wing, just to see if there's any salvaging his potential. Defense, Werenski, Bouchard, Zellweger, Yarosek, Nazko, Severson. This is a pretty sick team, man. And then goaltending-wise, Merzlikins and Jet Greaves. Obviously, I'm going to have to go through the pain of setting up the power play and stuff like that, but that's easy enough. AHL-wise, We want to go Emil Vinny with Evan Gardner, both medium starter. Defensively, I'm not actually worried about low 4 Johnston or low 4. Well, you know what? I might as well be. Take Jet Wu out for Johnston. Take Brendan Smith out for Clefbaum, who was already in, actually, I guess. So let's go with Clefbaum and Elik up top. And that'll be our defense. That doesn't seem right. It was, though. Fair enough. And then offensively, if we were to take out Douglas for anybody, Tootin, Morozov, Zaitsev, none of those guys are ours. We do need to get Poirier into the lineup, and he is the only one. So that'll be Jesse Puljujärvi out for Poirier. And for the most part, the AHL roster is going to be made up of guys that we don't actually care about. But we do still have a couple that we do. Particularly guys that were actually either set up pretty well and optimized, or at least dudes that were willing to fucking listen to our goddamn advice. But hey, at least the AHL is going to be decent. Again, I don't know if they'll be win 58 games good, but they'll be decent. Team players only. Exactly. Be a team player or get the hell out. That is the word. But I'm feeling okay. I mean, I'd like to think this is a playoff team. We're taking some risks. Like I said, Monahan, we're going to have to optimize to make sure he has top power play time, top PK time. Still have to optimize the scouts as well. But all things considered, we're looking pretty good. I'm just wondering about the off-season development that we asked for with these players. Hunter McCown will be healthy. Are we going to get those messages at all? Now the roster's set. We start off our season against Boston. Okay. Well, I'm intrigued then to double-check the Lions. I imagine the off-season development would have gone through. But it's a decent-looking team. I mean, McCown, we said skating, right? And I do think it's actually looking better. If we check the progress reports, will let us know that. So Werenski, it's already showing statistical growth. Merzlikins is up to a 90 because of the offseason goal. Lindstrom got some statistical and natural growth as well. So yeah, definitely the offseason drills look like they came through. So even Jet Greaves now is up to an 83. I see no reason why we wouldn't be a playoff team again. I see no reason at all as to why we wouldn't be a playoff team. And then Savoie, we set him up for preseason offensive awareness. His face-offs went up. His defensive awareness. Yeah, I see no reason why this wouldn't work out. No reason at all.